All right, welcome back to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program, Targeted Individual Experience. So yesterday, Monday, did not go over by Pam to pick up the kids from school. She stayed home, of course, because I called Sunday night, and she was watching my daughters here again late. So either, I know the kids was up pretty late because I called my son yesterday after school, and he must have gotten in the house and went to sleep because he didn't answer his phone, and I didn't even text her to see if he was sleeping or not. I figured, because again, she's not doing anything new that I haven't talked to her about before, about doing the kids here on a Sunday night late. And so I could imagine when the kids get home today, they will also be tired and will also go to sleep. All right, so she stayed home yesterday. Like I said, you cannot try to, I've been talking to this woman for years about the stuff that she's doing and how it's detrimental to our children, and she chooses not to listen because having her fun and doing whatever she wants to do, though it's negatively affecting her also greatly. But she doesn't see it that way because, again, she's built her own little comfort for herself. And they used to say the man just be like, F them kids. No, these women today, they're the ones saying F them kids by their behavior and their lack of interest in their children's well-being, whether it be their psychological well-being, whether it be trying to force a relationship with the fathers, whether it be their education. They want no part of it because, again, they are those that are being used in our community to create, a whole heap of issues and problems. And like I said, it's my duty. Like pump fixation drill. Yeah, I see. All right. And once you pull a number, you need to pull your pants up. There you go. There you go, my brother. Sees me pull that pants up. Good. You have good to have positive effect like that, because again, these our people, particularly our young men and middle-aged men, have been psychologically manipulated, psychologically brainwashed into a mindset that, I'm gonna wear my pants below my ass and think that shit looks good and think it's fine, and it's not. You gotta understand the detriments. As Neely Fuller said, I was watching this video, and I think it was the cartoon version. I think it was number 8, right? And he was talking about how, it's funny how these black men, they will go to work for a white-owned company. They'll have their pants on their hip. They'll do something productive for the white-owned business, and yet when they leave that job, they pull their pants down. U.S. ambulance. What you trying to say, bro? What happened? Y'all can't use the ambulances today? They always gotta find some way. Anyway, as I was saying, right? So they can't, when they get off of that job, right? Their pants go back to sagging. They go back to doing things that are not constructive to themselves or for the community. One thing I love about Neely Fuller is that he thoroughly understands the psychological condition of our people. And this is why, like I said, I can't really get too upset or too mad, though I do. But I have the understanding that, when you are living under a system of white racism, or what some would call white supremacy, it is a war against us, not just on our minds, but in every aspect of our lives, right? Which includes economic, it includes environmental, it includes education, it includes finance, economics, it includes, psychiatry, it includes sexuality and sex. It includes everything, everything, biology. So we are negatively affected by all areas within our lives, right? So we cannot forget that. That's why, like I said, I tell other people, I said, you can't really get too upset when you see our people doing certain things negatively, because it's conditioning us. It is conditioning us. Psychology is their greatest tool. Like I've always said, they are expert at psychology, right? And how do you know that? Just study the history. How they have to manipulate each other to get what they want. How they had their mindset is that of, the destruction of non-white people for the fun, the benefit, and the control of not just non-white people, but the natural resources of this planet that we all share. And that is a fact. So it's interesting when you hear these black people, or you see them engaging in this sort of behavior towards another black person than anybody else, right? Now, I posted some facts yesterday, which I think, threw them for a loop. And again, I only posted the truth, right? So this was in 2009. They did a study, a report in terms of HIV in the black community, and it says 1 out of 16 black men will be diagnosed with HIV, and 1 out of 32 black will be diagnosed with HIV. Even though black people make up 14% of the population, right? Black men, particularly gay black men, make up 44% of all those who have been diagnosed with HIV. And that's from 2009, right? And you would think that the number got lower, right? No, when you look at other communities, look at the white community, the numbers got lower, right? Just as how you'll see that within the black community, young black women between the age of 14 to 35 or 36 identify as bisexual or lesbian, right? Now you look at the white population who within the past decade or 2 decades, you see those who identify as, particularly within the women who identify as bisexual or lesbian, we see a sharp decrease in that, as well as the men, white men who identify as bisexual or gay or homosexual, we see a sharp decrease. But you see a sharp increase within black men and black women identifying as such, and not particularly so much black men, but black women. And you see Hispanic men and Hispanic women, which has seen the greatest increase of those identify as bisexual or lesbian, the female, and bisexual or homosexual in terms of the male. So the Hispanic male and female in America over the past 2 decades has overtaken black men and black women to be the #1 group of people in the United States who are identifying as gay, lesbian, let me put it like this, lesbian, homosexual, and bisexual, right? There you go. Now when you look at those 2 groups, black and Hispanic, these are the 2 most religious groups, okay? All right, so when I talk about these experiments that they were doing in the 60s and 70s to try to take the gay away from white men and white women, right? Meaning that technologies develop, and they develop ways in which to psychologically give them a new mindset or a new consciousness to where now there is a sharp decrease in white men and white women identifying as such, right? But that's not what they show you on TV. Okay, what they show you on TV would make it look as if they're the most group of people identifying as such, when it's the opposite. They're the least. Just as with religion, white men and white women are the least religious group of people in America. And you know who the most religious group of people in America? Not the Hispanic men and Hispanic women, but it's the black man and the black woman, and the black woman being the most religious of all groups. Talk to you guys in the next video.